The research on cholesterol and heart disease, on fats and heart disease, has been reanalyzed and reviewed. New research has been done, new biochemical analysis has been done in the last 10 or 15 years. And what the biochemists and the researchers are finding is that there is no relation between the cholesterol in eggs and heart disease. Pastured eggs, and that's not pasteurized, it's pastured eggs. Eggs from chickens who run around in a pasture, scratch around, eat the grass, eat the herbs, eat the plants, eat the worms, eat the larvae, eat the insects. Those chickens, and who get sunlight, that's really important. They're the chickens where their eggs are preventive of all these conditions, the heart disease, osteoporosis, etc., etc., etc. Mary Enig says also that eggs are the second best source of vitamin D. You know, everybody's now talking about how important vitamin D is and how deficient Americans are, especially Americans in the Northeast and states where the sun doesn't shine too much. Mary Enig says, eat your eggs and you won't have to worry about vitamin D. Pastured eggs have vitamin D, but supermarket eggs or even organic eggs that are grown that are laid by hens in confinement, i.e. they don't run around in the pasture. Even if they're organic, they do not have vitamin D. So if you're looking for vitamin D, you must contact your farmer's market. Go to a farmer, find a farmer who raises their chickens, ask them, are they scratching around in the pasture? And those are the eggs you want to eat. If you don't know of a farmer's market in your area, just go online. It's localharvests.com. And you can eat 1 egg, you can eat 2 eggs, you can eat 3 eggs. Whatever number it takes to fill you up so that you don't have that gnawing hunger an hour later. Okay, so let me show you first the difference between a pastured egg and a local supermarket egg. Let's do the local supermarket egg first. Okay, these were eggs bought in the last few days. I went to my neighbors and borrowed them, and she said she bought them from Costco. So these are Costco eggs, USDA grade AA, and here it is. Okay, that is a supermarket egg, regular, and this, by the way, the farmer says that, you know, their egg cartons are borrowed. They recycle their egg cartons, so this is, don't judge the egg by its carton. This is an egg from our local Amish family. There's an Amish family with 5 daughters, and they raise cows and chickens, and this is where this egg came from. Can you see the difference? This is the pastured egg. This is the egg from Costco. From where I stand, this is a beautiful orange. And this is kind of a yellow. So the difference, you can see the difference in color. That is the most stark. And here, it seems like the white of the egg is much firmer, and this is much more dispersed. So just visually, you can see what the difference in the egg is. That's what struck me when I first started buying pastured eggs, which was only a few years ago, when I started learning the differences between pastured eggs and regular eggs. And by the way, those of you who know about essential fatty acids, the fatty acid ratios in pastured eggs, the ratio is ideal. It's 1:1 omega-6 to omega-3, whereas in supermarket eggs, it's 20:1. And that's an enormous difference, and they're telling us now that we should stop eating omega-6s because that is a very dangerous, that's what leads to heart disease, is an omega-6 to 3 ratio of 20:1. 1:1 is what we want. Okay. This is a whole dozen for $3. Or even at Whole Foods, you do a whole dozen for $3.80. So how expensive can that be? When you cook eggs at home, then get the ones that promote health. And don't eat eggs outside, unless you know that they're pastured eggs. Okay? So shall we cook them? So you can start making them at home. All right, first thing to know is the kind of pan, not just for eggs, but for anything that you cook. Eggs are cooked most easily in Teflon pans, non-stick pans. But just in the last couple of years, the research has been it's quite definitive about Teflon or any non-stick surface putting out gases, toxic gases, when they're heated, even at low temperatures. So last year, I threw out all of my non-stick pans, and fortunately, most of them came from Williams-Sonoma. So I took my non-stick pans there, and they gave me exchange pans, these Le Creuset pans for free, because once you buy something at Williams-Sonoma, they're good for life. So if you have Williams-Sonoma non-stick pans, you can go exchange them. Otherwise, I would put on your wish list to buy a cast iron pan, or a cast iron with enamel pan, or a stainless steel pan, an all-clad pan. Or I dug out, this is a 30-year-old pan I've had for more than 30 years. It's stainless steel with copper on the outside. And the modern version now is the all-clad pans. So if you have any of these, you're in luck. Otherwise, put it on your wish list, because then you won't be toxifying your food. And don't worry if you have to use your non-stick pans for another month or 2 or 3. Your liver can probably take it. But do put it on your list that as soon as you can, buy stainless steel or cast iron enamel. Okay. So the first thing to do is put the fat in the pan, and the fat to cook with, not olive oil, because when we heat olive oil, some of the fats can be damaged and therefore become toxic. So don't heat up olive oil. Instead, we're using, this is coconut oil. This is virgin coconut oil, and this is expeller pressed. It's not the top virgin, they're both organic, but this is virgin coconut oil, and this coconut oil, when you smell it, it has that wonderful sweet coconut smell, and I don't like the sweet coconut taste in my eggs, so I don't use this. For my eggs, I use the expeller press, which is also has all the benefits of the other coconut oil. So you can either use this coconut oil, and you can see coconut oil, it's right now between 72 and 75 degrees here, and the coconut oil is part liquid and part solid, if you can see that, and that's fine. At below 70 or 72, it's solid. The colder it is, the more solid the coconut oil gets, and the hotter it is, above 76, then it gets totally liquid, and this is like half and half. Okay, so don't worry if your coconut oil has funny consistency. So we'll put the coconut oil and put, a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons. Don't be afraid of the fat, because coconut oil is also very nutritious and it's excellent for weight loss. So we're going to put the coconut oil in the pan and turn it on. And you want to cook eggs at medium-low. You can start it at medium, but after you see that it's starting to get warm, turn it down to medium-low, because otherwise the white becomes rubbery. You don't want that. Okay, so you put the fat in, and if you don't have coconut oil, you don't want to use it, then you can use butter. Organic butter is okay. Don't use non-organic butter. And why? Because butter is the fat in the milk, and fat concentrates all of the hormones, antibiotics, and pesticides that regular non-organic butter has. So that's the second thing I would buy organic. And better yet, online, Tropical Traditions is a store online that sells organic butter. It's from cows that are grass-fed, 100% grass-fed.